I can't even help it. I'm just like my damn daddy. That's that Sean Ferrari, that Bricky, man. What up, y'all? It's Zay G 33. And today we talking about the importance of positive masculine male role models in your life as a man. And some of this could apply to females too, but in this video I'm gonna be focusing on raising, men, boys into men, and how having a positive, masculine male role model can do that. So it's just like I had to say that lyric, man. I be thinking about that sometimes. It's like I can't even help it. I'm just like my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like I said that in one of the past videos, how I get on here and rant about certain topics and that's just what my dad did for me in my life. Like today, I remember I was over there at my grandma's house, and my aunt, she my dad had called because he called and check on her when I guess she get off work or whatever, and she was like, "Your son over here." And my dad was like, tell him I said hey, and I said what's up, and he was like, where my $1 million at? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just, we're just scratching the surface of this message. But you know what I'm saying? Like having somebody in your life that hold you to a standard. Like there's this one thing that my dad said. We was having a conversation on the back porch one time, and he had told he we was talking about something like kind of like conspiracy type topics, or like something along them lines. And I remember like he was just saying, like I remember him saying like people be talking all this talk, but they don't have nothing. And it just made me think about a lot of the people who be talking about like manifestation and all this spiritual talk, but they have nothing. Like it's like how are you talking about manifestation and speaking things into existence, but you have nothing to show for it? And I think as a having masculine male role models in your life can kind of teach you how to discern, between people who are BSing. I see a lot of people getting led by people who, like you said, have nothing. Like you'll see it a lot of times in urban community. Like it'll be dudes washed up, never really did nothing, might have did some jail time or something, but they'll be like propping themselves up like they're El Chapo, or propping themselves up like they was just this big gangster in the street, and then trying to persuade younger dudes and give them quote unquote game, but they have nothing. You know what I'm saying? They really have no intelligence. They're almost like glorifying their quote unquote past, instead of telling them like, young, and this ain't the way you should go. Like, and putting them on wisdom. Like, man, I wish somebody would have told me to move like this or move like that. Nah, you just your pride is getting in the way, and you're steering people down a path of destruction. Whereas like that's what I'm saying. Like things I learned from my dad was like man, don't why would you listen to people who have nothing? Like, okay, this person's telling you they was this big guy in the street and they was doing this and doing that, but they don't got no car, they don't got no businesses, they don't got nothing. So really all that was for nothing, if it even happened. Like you got people out here telling you to oh yeah, man, I did this and I did that, you got to do it like this, young. You got to, how did that work for you though? You know what I'm saying? If you were such a big thing in the street, you should have businesses. You know what I'm saying? If you made all that money, you shouldn't even be working a job. Like, and it's just stuff you got to pay attention to. Like anybody who's been through a lot should have a wealth of knowledge, should have a wealth of wisdom, because when you go through things and you actually learn from them, then you have knowledge and wisdom to pass down to people. And it kind of irritates me to see that. Like, it's a lot of people getting led astray by people who really have no knowledge or wisdom, and they're trying to relive their past and make it seem like they're just this big dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody wasn't meant to do everything. You know what I'm saying? And I said that in I can't remember what video it was in, but I was saying like I'm getting to the pureness of who I'm supposed to be now, just because you know how it is when you're around certain environments, you're around certain people, it make you kind of get to blending in with that. But it always rang in my head, like my dad always say, you know what I'm saying, uh uh be a leader, don't be a follower. We winners, we lead. And when you think about that, it's like you got to hold yourself to a certain standard. you gotta hold yourself to a higher level. Like that's the thing. Like, and I got a lot of positive masculine male role models in my life. Like my dad, his youngest brother, like 40. So we be kicking it here and there, and like that's like when I'm telling him about the YouTube, and he tap into my YouTube videos and watch me like, nephew, I'm telling you, nephew, like stick to this YouTube thing, nephew, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like he telling me like what I'm doing right and everything, and how, you know what I'm saying, like it could work. Like he's like, I see it, I see it. You know what I'm saying? When you got positive masculine male role models in your life, they're gonna uplift you and try to have you do better. And due to the fact that I have those role models in my life, I can be that type of person in other people's life, because everybody wasn't blessed to have positive role models in their life. And you can be a positive role model in somebody's life, whether they're older than you or younger than you, because age isn't really, to me, age isn't really real, because you can have a lot of people who have been living the same life for 50 years and don't pay attention or learn no lessons, and you may be able to give them pieces of game if they're open to it, that'll help them to grow past it if they're not stuck in their ways. So that's the thing. A lot of the being lost that you see out here, like everybody's gonna make the mistakes. Like when I grew up, even though my dad was always telling me things that I shouldn't do, like I had to go figure it out for myself. But you still plant a seed when you tell somebody something. Like if you get on YouTube, you see all this content, like modern males and modern women, whatever it is, like all the issues that dudes are having with women. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad always be telling me like once I really start getting myself together and get my situation straight and having some paper, like my dad's just sitting here like, all right, you doing good, but don't go knock no I forgot what word he used, like don't go knocking up these hoochies now, like you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, don't mess up your situation. You golden right now. You have no kids, you doing well for yourself. Like don't take on extra responsibilities that'll make it harder for you to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? That's what having a positive male role model in your life look like. Whereas if you didn't, you might have dudes out here like, boy, you lit. You finna be hitting all the hoes now. You know what I'm saying? You finna be hitting all the hoes now. Da 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 da. They might be telling you, oh man, I don't even wear no rubber, especially if she bad. These are the type of people who are gonna be influencing you. And then you gonna have that in your head and be like, oh man, she bad. This one bad, boy. I ain't finna put no rubber on when I hit her. And next thing you know, you got a kid. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between having a positive role model in your life and you know what I'm saying, just dudes out here that really ain't men, dudes out here who really ain't taking care of their business. You got dudes out here walking around feeling like they Rico Suave, cool dude, because they messing with all these girls who are below average. They got all these kids, don't got their own spot, don't got their own car, whatever it is, man. And it's like, come on, bro, that's not player, that's not manly, that's none of that, bro. And when you lack positive male masculine role models, you don't have nobody in your life telling you this. You know what I'm saying? Like you really need somebody who can be 100 with you and be honest with you and let you know where you slipping up. Because a lot of times your friends don't want to tell you these things. You know what I'm saying? You got to let somebody know where they're slipping up. You know, you ain't supposed to just praise people all day. That's the thing. I'd rather lose a friend or have a friend not really want to talk to me like that for me telling him where he's slipping up than just sit here and just be a yes man, bro. I'm not going to be no yes man. You know what I'm saying? If you doing wrong, I'm like, hey, bro, that ain't right what you doing right there. And if you don't want to accept that, then cool, bro. I don't need to be around you because you ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But that's like I say, leaders breed leaders. You know what I'm saying? And when you're around people who are leaders and they taking care of their business, you can in turn do the same thing. But don't, you know what I'm saying? And this can go for anybody, whether you younger or older. But it's like, man, don't be out here listening to people. You really gotta observe people. Listen to the way they speak. Listen to like ask them about their situation and stuff like that. Whether they'll tell you the truth or not. Sometimes you can see, you know what I'm saying. But it's like it's a lot of people out here, man, who they ain't even striving to do better. Like they'd rather just lie. They don't even want to actually get their situation together. They not faking it till they make it. They just faking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, man. You got to be very careful. Don't let somebody, just because they're older than you, try to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Don't let somebody just sit here and fake their whole history to you and make it seem like they're bigger than what they are. Like, if they're not really putting you on no real wisdom and you can take that and put it into effect in your life, then bruh, that's not somebody you should be listening to. Like, I listen to the way a lot of people speak. They'll be talking about like the most basic things about credit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you grown. Why are you talking about secured cards, bruh? You know what I'm saying? You should be past secured cards, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I got an excellent credit score. I'm in the excellent credit bracket. You know what I'm saying? And I had to make my own mistakes and learn just watching YouTube, channels like Minority Mindset, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Carter. Like, that's another thing, bro. If you don't have positive male role models in your actual life, bro, it's 2024. Get on YouTube and find some people who are actually doing well for their self, have a good track record, and listen to them. Like I said, I'm not a financial expert or anything like that, but I follow the financial experts and they've helped me to get myself together to where I have great credit. I could get into any, if I need to get an apartment or anything like that, if I want to buy a house, like I'm prepared to do those things. Like, I learned how to save my money. You know what I'm saying? My like you these things are going to teach you how to operate in life. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to get my skills up from watching these people and talking to my dad, talking to my uncles, all type of people that have been in my life to help me to grow and get better. Like, if you I can maneuver anywhere and I never feel like anybody's above me, whether they got degrees or anything, bro, because my intelligence is my intelligence. I never feel like anybody's above that. I got gifts that other people don't have. You know what I'm saying? And these are the type of things that a real man in your life will instill into you. You know what I'm saying? Belief in yourself, and not just false belief in yourself, but belief in yourself through the work that you put in. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain confidence that comes when you know that you've put in the work to develop your skills to that level. Like I hear people say, Brandon Carr said, but I think he got it from some book or something. But confidence comes with competence. The more competent you are in something, the more confident you can be in it. For example, if you still don't get what I'm saying, think about when you may have first started playing basketball. You may have not been able to dribble so well. You had to think about what you was doing. You had to look at the ball, but the more drills you did dribbling drills every day, every day, every day. And as the years went by, you're not even thinking about dribbling. You got your head up, you looking around for who you finna pass the ball to, you surveying the court, you know what I'm saying? You just moving. The ball just is with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember Derrick Rose said in an interview, like, he was like, I got a different relationship with this ball. And I know he could have been saying something deeper than that, but it's like, that man, that ball is like part of him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, when you learn and grow in life, all of the lessons that you know, learn from, all the lessons that are inside of you, all of the work that you put in, all of that becomes a part of you to where you don't even have to think. Like, all the books that I've read, bro, when I was 18, I couldn't get in front of this camera like this and just speak this long. Like, this comes from all of the books I've been reading. This comes from me and Jabari getting on Zoom during the pandemic and just doing a little podcast. A lot of those episodes didn't even get uploaded. We just get on there and talk and talk and talk, and I'll rewatch them back. And then we started going live. So we developed a skill of being able to just speak. I don't have any notes or nothing. I just get an idea in my head of something that I want to talk about with y'all, and I just go on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but think about it like this, like, my dad taught me how to go seek information. So anything that he may have not been able to teach me, or anything that, is past his generation, I can learn it because I can go and learn for myself. I know how to go seek out information. I know how to read. You know what I'm saying? I read. He had me reading when I come visit him. He had me reading when I was like 4. Like, I remember in school, they put me in advanced classes off bat just because I could read. He had me doing push-ups. This is what a positive male role model is going to do. They're going to get you prepared for the world, prepared for excellence. Whereas, like, your mother is there to nurture you and make sure you got something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure things are taken care of. Make sure you get into school. But a father is going to raise you. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get to live with my dad until I was 14. So I was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But then I started learning. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you get older, like they say in the Bible, they say, train up your child in the way that they should go, so when they get older, they will not depart from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You may veer off course. You may, go on your own little path for a little bit, but eventually all them seeds that was planted in you, when you begin to learn lessons and stuff, all of it gonna come back in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Just like I speak about in my videos, like I took my learning to a new level with things that I wanted to do, like the retention and all of that stuff. That's something that I'll eventually teach my kids about, not wasting their energy and wasting their life force. You know what I'm saying? Like how sacred that is, in the power that it can give you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else around you is tired, misled. They're not as sharp and mentally focused as you are. You know what I'm saying? You need to hold on to that life force. You got genius running through your genes. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole bloodline are very eloquent speakers. This whole bloodline are intelligent men. You know what I'm saying? So you need to take pride in who you are. And that's what a man will do in a young boy's life. And you know what I'm saying? That, and help usher them into manhood. So I always think about things like that. And a lot of times, strong men will be villainized for whatever reason. You guys probably know the reason, especially in the urban community, the people of color communities. A lot of the strong men are going to be villainized. Oh, he too harsh. Like, I remember my dad always used to, like, I remember all the other kids would be like, they'd be like, your dad mean, or like, or your dad be tripping, or like, your dad, you know what I'm saying? And like, even my dad, like, he's like, the people who work for him, they'll be like, oh, he tough, or he don't be playing. But that's the thing, because he's a man. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of these little sissy, no spine, weak bitch motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a man. Like, I wish I could show y'all. Anytime I show people a picture of my dad, it's a picture of my dad, his dad, and all his brothers. And out of all the men in that picture, if you look my dad in the eyes, you can see he's not playing no games. Like, everybody be like, he look like he finna kill something. Like, my dad is not about no games. You know what I'm saying? Like, he raised me, which is funny because I like to play. I like to joke. Like, if you ever see me and my dad, it's like seeing like a little lion cub and like a lion. Cause I'm over here, I might be laughing and joking and playing, and he just be dead serious, just like looking around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a video when we went to the state championship in Georgia in December, and I remember I just had a video where I was just like showing the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and then I flipped the camera on him, and he's just like looking at the camera like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just funny to me. But it's like that's the thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of personality in me, but when it's time to zone in and get focused, I'm my dad's child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have personality and stuff like that, but these things got to be instilled in you. And that's the thing. Most people don't have that, but that is the purpose. A leader is going to lead. A leader is going to make sure that he is at least preaching direction, whether people accept it or not. Like, a leader is going to put it out there and then set the example for you to follow. And I've learned a lot from me going my own way. And I think as a man, it is good for you to try to go on your own path and figure out for yourself, because that's how you learn lessons. So don't ever feel bad about like getting off the path, as long as you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? I learn a lot from my mistakes, but I also pay attention. I always listen. Like, I always been blessed with people in my life, no matter what I was doing. Even if I was doing wrong, I was always blessed with people who were good at doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I avoided a lot more trouble than other people got into, just because I listened too. And when people tell me something, I always take heed to what they're saying, because I feel like that's how God get the message across. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I never take the mercies of God, for granted. If I ever been in a situation and it's a close call, I be like, let me chill, bro. Let me chill. And I even told somebody that before. Like, I was like, I'm gonna chill, bro. I just got a bad feeling. And I was having a conversation with this person about that, and they just kept on that path, knowing good and well they ain't had no business doing that, and they ended up going to jail. So it's like, you know, sometimes you got to keep your ears open, man. You just got to listen. But that's all I got for this video. I didn't even mean to go this long, but it's Zay G 33. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video to anybody who could use it, and y'all remember just to increase your discernment, bruh, and really learn. Be careful about who you follow. Be careful about who you take information from, and just make sure that this information, examine the information, and really ask yourself, if I do this, is it gonna be better for me? Is this a risk? Am a negative risk? Is the risk gonna outweigh, like, is the risk gonna mess my life up if I take this risk? There's people out here that might be telling you to take risks that you're not ready for. It's people out here who might be telling you all these lies. They did this and they did that, and they've done none of that, and they're about to send you off into destruction. So just make sure you examine what people are telling you and why they're telling it to you before you take that advice and try to go follow these people's footsteps, because they're just as lost. That's all I got, though. I'm out.